There was a time when I used to go to EICMA to go and see what we cannot have. Now the story is completely different. The story is everything is coming to India. So the speed limits are roughly about 100 kilometers per hour.
60 miles an
60 miles in UK and in Europe it's
100 kilometers.
100 kilometers an hour. It's essentially the same thing. So they are contemplating buying Himalayans because the Himalayan sits comfortably at 100 kph and it's not a big heavy motorcycle. The flying Flea, Dipayan, I tell you, that thing is so cool. I know people have been harping about how the C6, which they are going to launch next year, early next year, that it's a slim bike, it's not as entertaining as a Royal Enfield should be, etc. But you see the S6, that's the Scrambler, and my God, what a lovely thing they've created there. But the 450 again was the one to watch out for. The amount of crowds which we saw on the second day just heading to BMW to check out the 450.
I can understand.
It's crazy. Again, coming back to the middleweights.
450 middleweights are going to take over the world.
Yes,
for sure.
For sure.
Hello and welcome to Connecting Rod, your one-stop destination for everything automotive. And today we are talking motorcycles, especially motorcycles that have a earmark for India. And coming back straight from Milan, joining us today on the podcast is Rahul Ghosh, who has a whole lot of exciting news on the world of motorcycling in the months to come. You just went to EICMA, which is the world's largest motorcycle show. We've talked about EICMA in the past before, but fresh out of EICMA 2025 is Rahul Ghosh. What was the most exciting motorcycle that you saw there? Before we jump into the specifics.
Dipayan, the thing is that, let me start with something else actually. There was a time when I used to go to EICMA to go and see what we cannot have. Now the story is completely different. The story is everything is coming to India.
Connecting Rod viewers would have heard this before.
Yes, absolutely. If you've heard EICMA before, then you have heard this before, and this time even more.
We've basically taken over the show.
Absolutely.
I think in that way, Indian manufacturers are actually so prevalent across the globe. I was in London recently, and the number of Himalayans, Highnesses, CB350 RSs,
Yes.
all Indian made motorcycles
Yes.
that are all over there is just incredible.
You know, that is what I will give that credit to Royal Enfield because that's where it all started. You know, Siddharth Lal has always been talking about middleweights, and if you see that they clearly said that they won't go below 350cc because they believe that the middleweights are going to take over the world. And over the course of the 2 days I was in Milan, I saw and I met a lot of riders who were there checking out middleweights. Now, I was just sitting there having a coffee and a couple of guys were just chatting. And I overheard the conversation was about the Himalayan. And I just asked them that, what do you ride? They are currently riding much bigger machines. They said, what is it about the Himalayan which excites you? So their point of view was, listen, here in Europe, we go riding every weekend. And it's not always that we have friends along. But we ride out alone. On those circumstances, having a big, heavy motorcycle is not always a good thing. Especially because the ease of cruising at a very high speed no longer exists in most parts of Europe. Okay? There are speed limits. So the speed limits are roughly about 100 kilometers per hour.
60 miles an hour.
60 miles in UK and in Europe it's
100 kilometers.
100 kilometers an hour. It's essentially the same thing. So they are contemplating buying Himalayans because the Himalayan sits comfortably at 100 kph and it's not a big heavy motorcycle. They don't need to get worried about where they are parking it.
I mean, but the Himalayan is still a heavy motorcycle.
It is, but it is not heavy as, say, a 1300 GS.
Actually, the
or
450
one of those,
is 180 some kgs.
the
Okay, that's
Triumph
about 50
Tiger.
kgs. Yeah.
So one of the guys ride a Tiger And he was saying that next to the Tiger, the Himalayan feels like an enduro motorcycle. You know, despite having luggage. And they said, we have now come to terms that this is enough. Right? So they are looking at 450s. Even the other bike which we'll talk about, the F450 GS, the BMW. Why that bike is such a sensation? You won't believe we had such a hard time to shoot that motorcycle because of these guys trying to sit on it, see how good it is, how bad it is.
Man, that motorcycle
We'll come
has
to that.
my interest.
We'll come to that. So, since we have started off with Royal Enfield, I think we should start up with that manufacturer.
Yeah. So I think the highlight for everyone, especially you, Bullet fanboy, was the Bullet 650. Why is it cool?
See, the Bullet has been the one which has
So-
always been associated with the brand. Even today, despite being a Himalayan owner, when I get a call from the service center, he said, "Aapki Bullet service honi hai." That's the thing which is how big that brand is. Okay, it's bigger than Royal Enfield also. Okay, the Bullet is a bigger brand, but I need to say something very different. You know, when the Classic arrived as a derivative of the Bullet,
Okay.
right? And the Classic took off.
Now this time around,
This time around, the Classic 650 was the one which arrived first, and the Bullet comes later.
so will it continue to follow the same structure? As in, will the Bullet still sit under the Classic 650?
Yes. So coming back to the motorcycle, of course, they have kept the Bullet traditions. So you get
So give me some
full
inside goss. How much are we looking at?
See, it will be cheaper than the Classic,
Which is
by
priced at?
which is close to about 4 now after the GST, give or take some. This is going to be, I think, a few thousand less. But again, it is not because of the money that people will buy this bike. People will buy this bike because of the aura of the Bullet. And by aura of the Bullet, I mean Royal Enfield has spared nothing to do this bike. Okay, so you get chrome, you get lots of chrome, you get the hand pinstripes, and this time around it's all the way from the front, comes to the tank, goes to the side panels, and then on the rear mudguard also.
Okay.
And
Their mudguard is metal, all metal.
everything is metal. There's no plastic.
So the Classic 650 was also all metal?
Yes.
It was 240 kilos.
Yes. This is going to be
Bullet-
roughly the same.
Roughly the same,
Yes.
not more.
Yes. The only difference which you get is a lot of chrome, of course, and you also get a single seat and a grab rail which is slightly different in tradition with the Bullet design.
Ah.
But both the bikes were parked next to each other. I've ridden the 650 Classic. I think the single seat is more comfortable than the.
This is the single with the springs.
No,
Like they usually
It's a
do.
single seat. It's a one-piece seat.
Yeah, with the springs.
No, not with the springs. You're not getting it. It's like one shape.
Oh,
It's
like
not
a
two
two-seater,
Yes, it's
which
a
is a single piece seat.
single
Oh,
piece
nice.
seat. Okay, not like the Classic, which are twin seats. So the rider has his own space. He can't move around much. That's his space. With the twin seat, with the single piece seat, as in, it's more comfortable. It's got more cushioning. So riding will be on a longer distance. I think will be better on the Bullet. And of course, you get that old school grab rail and things like that. So it looks absolutely amazing.
So, okay, basically, I'm sorry,
Cosmetics.
but cosmetics, we've
Just
seen ridden the
cosmetics.
motorcycle, we know what to expect.
you know, if you've ridden a 650, you know how the Bullet will ride. There's no difference.
Perfect. Let's
But
move.
but
No.
wait.
Okay.
The Bullet comes as a celebration of Royal Enfield's 125 years. So that becomes the signature bike for
What does
Royal
that even
Enfield.
mean?
Huh?
What does that even mean?
That means that it was like a tradition, and the company wanted to bring back the Bullet as a celebration for the 125 years completed of the company in India. So
Is the Bullet the spiritual successor of the Bullet 500?
in many ways, yes.
Does it still have that thump? Did you get a chance
No,
to
no, no,
turn
no,
it
no,
over?
no, no, no. It's in a motor show. How can
Is
you
that
start it?
brup, 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 brup?
It's the exhaust. The exhaust sounds exactly the same as the Classic. They can't do anything. There are regulations now that thump cannot happen because of legal regulations. You know, so that is not possible.
And also the fact that it's a twin now.
Yeah, and then they had some special editions also.
वो सब छोड़ो. Not interested.
Mana Black Himalayan,
Arey yaar.
and the classic in special colors. Now,
Yeah.
done.
Now tell me about what I'm really interested in.
Go ahead.
I hear there is a bigger Himalayan coming.
Ah. Now, there's a very interesting story around it. So, in the morning when we reached the Royal Enfield Pavilion, they had the first press con of the day. And we rushed to Royal Enfield, of course. And there we saw in a box, there was this huge motorcycle, half covered in tarp.
Hmm.
And we said, oh my God, they are, I mean, we've got a scoop or something like that. I mean, this are they not supposed to show the bike? And all of us started doing reels and all that. This is the Himalayan 750, etc., etc. And we shot those reels. Those reels went live, and people went bonkers about that motorcycle and all that. All this while, the only part of the motorcycle which we had actually seen was the engine. So we knew it was a bigger engine, etc., etc. And
It was a twin.
yeah, of course,
It's based on the 650.
650. Yes.
Bigger board.
Yes. And there was a iPad there which said prototype under development. So we thought they will not show the bike.
They really know how to get under your skin. Huh?
Absolutely.
Sid must have been laughing.
Absolutely. And we went, this is this, and they are not going to show the bike, probably this, that, falana dimkana, and all that. And then we attended the press con, and then we walked off. 15 minutes later, somebody's posted a picture of the bike uncovered. We ran from hall 14 to 7 to get a visual of that.
You
motorcycle.
ran.
Yes.
I don't believe it.
I mean, ran in the sense that as much as I could with my knee, my knee is busted at the moment.
That
But
has nothing to do with you running. You barely walk.
Yeah, but yeah,
One of the best things about Milan was that Rahul walked 24 kilometers a day for 3 days straight, which thank God is the most that he's walked in years.
well,
Since the last motor show.
Last motor show, yes. So we ran back, and there was it. And then we asked, what the hell? He said, listen, those tarps were not supposed to be there. Somebody must have kept it there. That's why the bike was like that. And we were like, oh God damn, now we need to shoot another set of reels. So we shot another set of reels.
So did it look wide?
Yeah. Big.
So slim tank,
No,
wide engine.
what slim tank? It's a larger tank now. Numbers, nothing. We can't give you any numbers, but we can
50,
tell you
50,
yes,
1 odd BHP.
BHP, and it's massive. It's got upside down forks in the front, tubeless wheels, spoke wheels. It's got adjustable front suspension, rear suspension. The tank is bigger. Instrument panel remains the same. But my God, is it?
Were you disappointed seeing the Himalayan Mana Black?
Yes.
Why?
Because after all those teasers, I thought there'll be something. I thought that will be like
I
a
was
lightweight
really disappointed.
Scrambler rally, one of
I
those
was
things.
expecting the Himalayan
But they
450
didn't have
rally,
a Scrambler on the stand.
which based on the Gorilla.
No, the
Based on the
flying
Himalayan.
flea.
Oh.
The flying flea. Dipayan, I tell you, that thing is so cool. I mean, I know people have been harping
Cantilever
about.
suspension
I know people have been harping about how the the other six, the C6, which they are going to launch next year, early next year. That it's a slim bike, it's not as entertaining as a Royal Enfield should be, etc. But you see the S6, that's the Scrambler, and my God, what a lovely thing they've created. It doesn't look like it's electric, because they have a lot of nice design elements around the bike. It's got long travel suspension.
What battery size?
Nothing as of now. Nothing as of now, but expect 100 kilometers at least, if not more.
That's
Yeah, but
Not
at
great.
least I'm saying.
that's not great.
Well, that is the kind of city bike. So 100, 150 range should be fine, I think. And to keep those proportions, to keep the bike light, you have to do that. You can't get away from it. But boy, it's so sweet. You remember the Shockwave? The ultraviolet Shockwave? If the Shockwave is a modern take on an electric dirt bike, this is an older take on an enduro. Like those old trial bikes, which used to come, used to look weird, big.
Like the Royal Enfield trials.
No, the trials was essentially a bullet with just
Okay.
stuff. I mean, no. This is a genuine Scrambler, which should be so much fun to ride. and
Should be light
coming
also
next year.
because
So that again, if
3
you
kilowatt hour
if you
battery
if you
is-
put in a like a huge 5 kilowatt hour battery or something like that, it's not going to be.
Hmm.
And then we say, oh, it's a heavy bike, you can't wheelie it and all that nonsense.
Hmm.
So no, that's fine. I think that's fine. It's going to be fun.
Okay.
So that's with Royal Enfield.
So let's take a slight turn from Royal Enfield and talk about another adventure tourer,
Okay.
the
go
one
for it.
that we started with, the 450 GS. When can I buy one?
Next year for sure. Early next year.
Hmm.
This was a production prototype. We saw the concept version last year.
Hmm.
And to give you a quick brief, if you take a 1300
Hmm.
and just put it in a photocopier
Okay.
and go 2 sizes down,
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is. It's loaded to the gill.
Hmm.
Design same as the 1300. It's got that X-shaped DRLs and all those things. It's got the toggle shifters.
Yeah.
And that display, my God, is so beautiful. It's so classy. That display, it gives you the feeling of riding a premium motorcycle. The seating position is so comfortable. When you sit on the bike, it's natural. The handlebar will come to your hand. The seats are comfortable. You reach, even for
mean,
me,
this
5'6",
is the-
I could comfortably sit on that motorcycle. And I think that it's made in Hosur. If you guys don't know about it, TVS is making the bikes in India, which will be sold in India and the world. And I think kudos to TVS for creating something like this. And we should be very lucky to have one of these. Motorcycle coming back, 2 variants. We have a road going version, of course, alloy wheels and a different seat. And then we have the rally, which is I'm telling you, it looks so killer. It's got that blue and white treatment. The seats are different. And it just looks amazing. I can't wait for the
It
company
is
to launch it.
essentially what we always wanted from the baby GS.
Yes.
The
Yes.
310 was a disappointment.
310 was a disappointment apart from the ride quality. The
No,
ride
it was
quality.
divey.
Yeah, but the ride
And
quality was something which I think is a
It
very
was
GS.
it was okay on the road, but the moment you took it
Yes,
off road,
yes,
it was just
absolutely.
like
But this could be a game changer for BMW in India also, considering the volumes it can hit. Of course, it will be an expensive motorcycle. 450, so GST is again going to bump up the prices 5.5. Easy. Easy.
with a
But-
BMW.
But you're getting a genuine GS this time. Genuine GS.
I like the fact that it's a twin cylinder.
Yeah,
I think
it's
a
a twin.
twin cylinder will be able to give you the kind of torque you
Easily,
need.
yeah, you can easily cruise like.
It's not about cruising. I think for me, the real definer of adventure motorcycle is that very, very low end torque when you need to
Yeah. So
carefully
you don't need to
navigate.
shift. You go and you just open it, and whatever gear you are in, it'll go. Brrr. So that's something
What
which
else
I
did
love.
BMW have?
Not much. The bigger bikes were there, but and the existing motorcycle range was there. But the 450 again was the one to watch out for. The amount of crowds which we saw on the second day just heading to BMW to check out the 450.
I can understand.
It's crazy. Again,
They-
coming back to the
for-
middleweights.
450 middleweights are going to take over the world
Yes,
for sure.
For sure.
And also, it's A2 license.
Yeah, of course.
approved.
Of course,
so it
of
makes
course.
more sense
Yeah,
for
yeah,
anybody
yeah,
in Europe also.
Yeah. So that's
But since
BMW.
we've talked about the BMWs, and Hosur, let's obviously talk a little bit about the place where the BMW 450 is made, TVS.
Oh my God.
They are really like ramping up.
TVS is just on a mad spree. I was talking to Vimal Samli, their head of premium motorcycles and stuff. My God, he talks like the sky is the limit. Well, no. Go beyond. The bikes they had 2 displays.
But mostly concepts, right? Nothing
Yes. But
realistic.
don't forget, TVS concepts through the years have made it into production. You talk about the Creon. You talk about the Akula.
The Creon made it as the X.
X.
Which
X,
didn't.
and actually a little bit on the Intalk
Where is
also,
the
but X. Coming to the X. We'll come to the X. Electrics will come to. Akula became the G310. Then a row of concepts took shape as the production version.
Talk about the Tangent RR.
So Tangent RR is where I think.
The 450 engine is going to go.
Yes. And surprisingly, they had called it a 300. And when we spoke to them, they said, we can put whatever engine we can. So we knew that is the 450 twin coming that way. And the
What was the
lines.
frame?
So it's a brand new, it's going to be the
Was it a
BMW.
twin cradle? Was it?
I didn't notice that
So
much.
on the BMW, how does the frame mount?
I think it's twin cradle only. I'll have to check. No, it's
Or
not
engine
twin.
as a stress member?
Engine as a stress member, most probably. I'll have to look up. There's too many things in my mind right now. I don't genuinely remember. But yeah. But it's
Because that will define what frame will go on this. Because
So, I think the frames are going to be common, apart from various aspects of being a sport bike or whatever. One thing is for sure that BMW, TVS will not make a 450 RTX. So the
which is why
RTX
they've
300
gone with the 300.
So RTX 300 is their baby. They can do whatever they can. That engine can also come in that
36 horsepower, 29. mm.
yes, because the one which was standing there said
Wait,
300.
they're on the RR310, they're already making some 34 and change, right? Horsepower?
Yes.
So it doesn't really make sense for them to go with the 300
Yeah.
engine.
So it depends. Like Vimal said, this is just prototype right now. We can't. The design is okay. You can go ahead with it and say that okay, this is our new super sport. But as far as the engine is concerned, we have not decided whether to go to 450 or 300. Is what we have been told. So that's the one.
Tell me, so they're also doing a whole lot of electric.
No. Before you get to the electric, you're forgetting the hyper stunt. Now the hyper stunt also has a trick to it. It's a concept which looked like the next generation of the RTRs.
The RTR 310.
Yes. Not just the 310, the RTR series. The RTR series, when it evolves, it is going to be curvy like that. It's going to have those mad lines which will look absolutely stellar. Absolutely stellar. I mean, I think it's one of the coolest looking bikes out there with those colors and all that. Hats off.
Yeah?
Yep.
I think it was a little derivative.
No. If you see it in flesh, it looks actually
Yeah?
nice. Yeah. Absolutely. It looks pretty engaging.
I mean, I think a concept like that will never make it to the road with your...
You're talking about TVS?
even TVS.
Let's wait and watch.
Yeah?
Let's wait
Yeah?
and watch. Yeah.
I
Let's
mean,
wait and watch.
again, I just like to stir the pot. I want Rahul to come out with some...
But there are a lot of things I am not
juicy-
supposed to talk about.
Excuse me, sir. Your responsibility is to the viewers and listeners,
The
please.
RTR will come in a very, very different shape, a very aggressive design, and this is the design language that it will follow. Simple. Moving on to the electrics now.
We'll put a... Rahul, stop gatekeeping.
No. There
You're
has
not
to
allowed
be,
to gatekeep.
See, if
You're an
I-
automotive journalist. You have to bring the scoops back.
Yeah, I'm trying to, but the friendships on the other side also, which we need to keep for next time. No?
Acha, for next time. Okay, so
Electrics.
let's talk about TVS's electrics.
So,
I mean, historically, they haven't really been able to make any kind of dent in the electric space.
What are you
the
saying?
iQube is a great scooter. And
No. I disagree.
remember when we were having that conversation about which scooter we would probably buy from the segment, and all of us came back saying it was the iQube, despite actually liking the Ather for the way it rides, the Ola for the way it accelerates,
I think
the-
still now the iQube remains to be
Chetak for the way it looks.
one of the coolest and safe purchases.
Yeah, it's it. If I,
I mean,
had to
you can
buy
call
it,
it
yeah.
you can call it an uncle scooter. That's fine. That's your choice. But
you
the-
would like it, obviously.
I
because you're
love the
No,
iQube.
but in your defense also, I would also probably buy the iQube. It's a very
I would buy the ST.
standard.
Yeah.
I don't know what the ST is.
ST is the top of the line with the longest range and more performance, touchscreen, etc. All that gizmo.
That the iQube standard also has. But I mean,
No, not
what
all
I
the
like
iQubes
about
are
the iQube is it is a scooter. It is the closest
it
thing
has a
that I
job to
could,
do. It will do that job.
and nothing more. Not a word
No,
more
no,
and not a bullet
yeah,
less.
yeah.
I love that.
And I love it.
The
And
TVS X though didn't.
see, the X was a experimental thing. Okay, let's put it that way. The cost of making an X and everything is very expensive. It's supposed to be a really sporty scooter, but I don't think the Indian market has evolved to a position where,
had evolved to a position. at the
yeah,
time.
it's way before its time. So I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. So the one which they had here had fancy colors. That was only for export markets, and it had 14-inch wheels. Those wheels were 14-inch. So with that, the X will be good fun to ride.
You liked it. I mean,
I liked the
I
X
like
and-
the way it
yeah,
looked
yeah.
also.
I
But
love the way it looked. It had that spine in the middle, which looked really cool. Gives it a maxi scooter. It's basically a mix between a maxi and a sporty scooter, and that's a nice accumulation of pointers for a scooter, I would say. But the one which we need to talk about is the M1S, which is their first ever electric maxi scooter.
okay.
And it looked very promising because it's like the Bergman's. Has a nice tall windscreen, has all the bells and whistles, has the long seat.
Surprising that when you had to mention. Oh, wait. Do you mean like it's like the Bergman in the sense that it doesn't have a tunnel?
It has a tunnel.
Ha.
It
So
has a
surprising that you should mention the Bergman
Despite
when
that-
you have an Aerox.
I bought an Aerox for a reason, which was I wanted a sporty scooter, and that was literally the only option. I waited long enough for the Zoom 160 to come, but with deliveries being really slow, I couldn't wait any longer. I needed something to ride every day, and that is why I decided on the Aerox. If maybe I would have swung towards the Zoom, maybe.
No, we discussed this.
Yeah,
It
we
didn't-
discussed
it
this
didn't
long and
make
strong.
sense.
And for my purpose, I think the Aerox suits well for performance and everything put together. And that's why I bought the Aerox. Now, the maxi scooter thing is catching on in India. And that's a great thing. Because if you look at the motorcycle market, it's evolved a lot. Right? You've got, various types of scooters, motorcycles. But when you come to a scooter, you either have family or the max you get are the Aprilias, which are small but powerful scooters. The market has not evolved. You don't have the big Forzas and stuff like that. Now, again, like the middleweight motorcycles, the 450s and all, I think everything over 150cc should and must be available in India. And that will launch a new era of scootering in India. And I am all for it.
So the M1S is a maxi
Yes,
scooter.
yes.
Okay. Any factoids on the M1S? What range? What
Nothing
power?
as such. Nothing as such.
So
nothing
very
as such.
very early stage.
Very
concept.
early stage and all that.
Fine.
But before we move on, I want to talk about Honda.
No. Excuse me.
Yes,
No.
because Honda's first electric performance motorcycle was showcased at EICMA, and that's a big deal. And we got a chance to talk to Tanaka-san, who's the main guy who's behind this motorcycle. It might look weird, but what it offers is incredible. It offers the performance. And what they said is that, people love to have premium vehicles. Okay. This is our premium offering. So the person who will buy the WN7 will buy it because he or she knows what kind of performance it will offer. It's not for looks. It's just like a status symbol. Which again, the other motorcycle they had was very different. Like that's Honda for you.
Their first
My
cylinder.
God, the sound of that motor. Dipayan, I tell you,
I'm
they did
very,
the press
very-
con at
you have a video?
auditorium. Yeah, I might not, because I was clicking pictures. They did it at the auditorium and they revved it there. My God, that engine sounds
Was it
so cool.
like a Triumph or was it?
No, it was not like a Triumph. It had that rickety, like a powerful, don't mess with me attitude.
Make the sound.
No, it's kind of weird noise. Not.
Was it like a?
It is a mix between their 4 cylinders and 3 cylinders. It's not as rickety, like it's not doing khada, 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 but at the same time it's not going vroom.
Okay.
It's somewhere in the middle, but it's very powerful. You hear that engine, you know that yaar isme to koi baat hoga. And they are claiming it's a 900. It will do 1200 performance. The numbers are absolutely mental on that.
Which are?
I think yes, I made some notes. You can check that out. I think the
It's a 75-degree crank, which
Yes,
is
of
a
course.
lot like
Yes,
the
yes.
Tigers.
Yes.
But I don't think you've mentioned anything about the power.
Okay, we'll look it up. We'll put it up and all that. But it's a
1200
really,
power.
it's 1200 power, and it
It'll go in what?
as in.
What motorcycles will this
So
go
right now they're looking at the naked, the one which you see, which they have revealed. It's going to start up with that, and then I'm sure it's going to come to super sport and all stuff.
And finally, run me through what Norton's up to.
Oh my god, that Manx! I mean, I am not a super bike guy. I'm sorry. I'm more of a adventure
Uncle.
uncle.
Huh.
But when that Manx was standing in front of her, and it was covered, I was like, this looks much like a G310R sized motorcycle. And they've shoved that big engine into that.
Gotta love what TVS is up to.
Oh my god. And we were talking to the boss of Norton, and he said that the only idea for Norton,
206 bhp from
yes, the power to weight ratio of that motorcycle is going to be lethal.
So we are thinking like Panegale.
Yeah. For sure. And the finish on that motorcycle. You know, it doesn't say Manx anywhere. It just says Norton. And that too little. They don't want to clutter the design. Same for the Atlas. And by the way, that Atlas with that 600 whatever engine,
585. Yeah.
585 600 engine is coming to India. They're going to launch both the Atlas and the Manx series together next year, early next year. By March, they said they're going to come out with that motorcycle. And I think that Atlas GT it's not going to be cheap. By the way, this is not a middleweight motorcycle which you will get cheap. It's very expensive. It's going
How
to be
expensive? 10.
Yeah.
Youch!
CBU, na? CBU, all taxes,
10 is
everything.
too bad, yeah.
But it is such a lovely, lovely thing to just see. Simplicity. It's just there. They have the Atlas and the Atlas GT again, the road and the off-road. Manx and the Manx R, which is the Super Sport and the Roadster. All names taken from the past. And I believe that going forward, Indian motorcycling is going a very different way. And we are going to have a rollicking few years.
Yeah. And on that bombshell, let's call it for this podcast. Let us know in the comments if you have any questions or if you'd like to know anything a little more about the motorcycles that we've talked about. We will do a follow-up.
I think we should do a
Yeah.
follow because we've not even
Skim the surface of it. But that's it for today. This is Didi signing off.